Peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shines blessing your day. Um, by His mercies we are consumed. Let's go out there showing that love and kindness to one another, man. Um, yeah, man, I'm glad I'm touching on this. One, we're alive in the Most High house shines body spiritually, and two, we're naturally alive. So like, let's give the Most High house shine praises about that. I'm kind of glad I want to talk about this today, man, because shout out to one of the brothers, like kind of talking yesterday on things we struggle with and things of that nature. And and yeah, man, that's why the scripture goes into let me grab this in James real quick. And even brothers text me even even yesterday yeah, man, even this, man, like even probably even Proverbs says, man, goes into how we are supposed to if you I'll get in Proverbs 28 and 13, and Sirach says it as well, but I'll just probably get that you know let me grab this too. James chapter 5 and 16. He says, "Confess your faults to one another and pray for one another, that ye may be healed. And the effectual fervent prayer of the righteous, righteous man availeth much." So yeah, man. So it says, confess your faults to one another and pray for one another that ye may be healed. Yeah, exactly. You may be healed, and then the word brings healing, man. So yeah, man, it's supposed to be building each other up in the faith of the Most High Yahshua. Effectual fervent prayer of the righteous man availeth much. Yeah, man. So. And that's what it is too. Me and the brother was doing it yesterday. I ain't gonna go into it, man. But I was going to say, man, because because I just want to go into this because, listen, man, I was going to refocus on this because last time I talked about, I might touch on again in second Edges. Like a lot of times, our people, especially our people, in the word, out the word, like we look at a lot of times. I was just crazy because I was just finished up reading First Samuel 8. When we wanted the king, and we always had that spirit. It's nothing new in this done. Like we always wanted the king, wanted the leader over the Most High House, man. So and that's the thing too, and and we do that even to this day. We look at what the other nations doing, this as us as a people, and we look saying, okay, they must be got it good because look at the state of our people, and that's not always the case too, because they just me working in corporate America with Esau and things of nature, and these other nations they just as wicked as like our people, man. They just do the same thing that we do, just in a different way. They're just not as overt, man. So that's why I read in that second Edge 3 last time. But let me focus on this though, man. Confessing because my point is being that, man, the grass isn't always green on the other side, and things aren't like what they seem, man. So let me grab this Proverbs chapter 28 and 13 says, "He that confesses his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesses and forsaketh them shall have mercy." So yeah, confess it and forsake them too. Keep things forsaken. So you can confess them all you want, but you gotta forsake them. Something I need to learn, man. Because I said to say, man, grass isn't always green on the other side, man. Because I think I told y'all this before. Because honestly, I told the brother yesterday. Because we was talking about things that we struggle with, man. I struggle with lust and looking at women, things of that nature, and still be in person or sometimes on the internet or on my tablet or things of that nature, man. There's certain moments I do okay, and then certain moments it happens again. So I really gotta work on that, man. That's why I did plenty of plethora of scriptures that go with that, man. That tells you not to do that, man. So. But honestly, too, man, that's just the thing. And also, too, I think I told y'all this too, because I'm actually a virgin, man. Never had sex before, man. So. But a lot of times, too, I say it to say because when I tell people that too, they think you're just some Listen, man, that's why James, even that going back to James 5:17. Let's go back to James because I'm gonna read the next verse of that, man. Listen, Listen, I'm subject to like passions just as anybody else, man. So of course, if these holy men were the prophets, the sons of God, these men that were stamped by the Most High house, how they were, then how much more than me? And that's going into not putting it above anybody. Putting the one, don't put yourself above what's written. Don't put anybody else above what's written. So yeah, let's read the next verse. Elijah was a subject like to passions just as we are, and he prayed earnestly that it may not rain, and it rained not on the earth by the space of 3 years and 6 months. So yeah, man, this is after that, disciples and apostles. This is after they got the Spirit. They still saying this, man, because a lot of times too, like, that's why, like, I was talking about the brother earlier, walk in the Spirit, stay in the Spirit. Don't get twisted though, like, even when you're in the Spirit, stay in the Spirit. Things ain't gonna happen, man. Like, that stuff is like, it's not all of these, because you're actually, like, what did Solomon say? Like, wisdom Solomon, I'm a mortal man. What did what you call him? Corinthians, of course, don't put man above what's wrong. What else was I was no, that's a good day. That's because it was something else that I was looking at that said that too. Like, I'm a mortal man. Oh yeah, Acts 10:28. Like, I was looking at earlier. Like, not earlier, but a few days ago. Like, Peter said what to Cornelius, stand up. I myself, I'm a man. So, like, and these were after men got the Spirit. These are after men, like, started preaching the gospel, things that nature. So yeah, it's gonna happen. Like, that's why this verse is so key, man. It says Elijah was this man subject to passions as we are, and he prayed earnestly that it might not rain, and it rained not on the earth, that by the space of 3 years and 6 months. So yeah, man, that's just is what it is too, man. Because, like, a lot of times too, like, the grass isn't greener always on the other side, as it says, man. Things aren't always what they seem, man. So yeah, man. So I said to say, man, because, like, I was talking. Even when I mentioned this to people a lot of times, they say, "Oh man, you don't struggle. Like, how are you, like, virgin, never had sex before, and you don't, like, struggle with women?" They think, like, it's like, it's some, like, I remember telling one of my coworkers that years ago before I started working with the city. Well, when I was working for the city, kind of technically I wasn't officially with the city, but he thought, like, he joked. He made a joke. He said, "Oh man, you walk on water. You touching here." I'm like, he's making jokes. I was like, "Listen, no, brother. I'm far from that. Like, just because I never did, like, before, like, that doesn't mean that, like, that temptation and stuff like that, that you don't get that lust, that feeling, things in nature. Because, like, I'm a moral man, so let's try to fight that. But it is what it is, man. I'm sure even y'all brothers and sisters, y'all might be virgins as well. That might happen to y'all as well. So but I say it to say, man, too, because what was I going to say? I was going to say that too. But yeah, man, it's going. Let me go this in Sirach chapter 20, verse 4, because this is like this in context is kind of going to, like, being like forcing words, just forcing things of that nature. But I'm just using it in the context of what I'm talking about. As the lust is of a eunuch to the flower of virgin, so is he that executed judgment with violence. So yeah, so notice how it says as lust of a eunuch, because eunuch, they have their pre-man chopped off. They don't have, like, no sex thing that nature. They don't do that. Daniel was and Paul was, I believe, man. So man, Wisdom Psalm 3 goes into units. But yeah, man, so yeah, but that still doesn't mean, like, shoot, even Paul said he struggled with lust, things of that nature too. So, like, how much more with my brothers, like, myself and other brothers as well that do it, man. So just because, like, I never had sex before doesn't mean, like, I don't. Because I remember I was talking to a sister, a woman, my sister. I was talking to the woman, like, I was chick I was talking to, things of that nature. Like, she was shocked when she kept asking. She was shocked when I told her on the phone. I was like, "Yeah, I'm serious." She said, "So how do you they don't think you'll struggle?" No, man, you still struggle with a lot of things, but it's just like, okay, it's like more like, it's just more of, I don't know. I just think it's more the Most High house shot. It's more of like, okay, because what it is too. No, that's what I was gonna say too. Because I always looked at, because, like, especially nowadays and things of that nature during this time period, and sex is always looked at so casually, things of that nature. In my mind too, that was just always a big thing for me. One, I was just always afraid, like, okay, cool, this is actually bigger than what it is, like, and it's just like yeah, it's just bigger than what it is. It's just more not just so casual as they, like, the songs and music and TV and movies they put it, man. No, this is a really big thing, man. Because I remember, what was it, years ago, my brother, when he told me for the first time he had sex, he said, "Listen, man." He said, "No, man." He said, "Listen, Omar, man." He said, "Listen, I had sex with such and such last night, his ex-girlfriend, whatever. I ain't gonna go to that." But he said, "Yeah, man." He said, "No, man, this is bigger." He said, "Listen, man, it's not like, what they say, man." He said, "Listen, it's really a shift of spiritual energy when to somebody. You're really inseminating with somebody. That's why, like, you can't, like, what Master P say on that Cain and Abel song, Time After Time, back when No Limit was out. He said, "Listen, man, you can't." He said, "Every girl with a big butt and things of that nature, man, can't go in the pool skinny dipping, man. Can't be having, like, sex with everybody, man, things like that, because, like, you're putting your seed." That's why, like, Brother Chronicles Judah always say, man, like, my like brothers protect your seed, man. He will always just say that, man. Also, other older men, things of that nature would tell me, man, over years of my lifetime. I'm pretty sure y'all brothers, like, as well too. Even sisters as well, man. Shoot. Speaking of that, like because that was the same year, '98, when Master P and stuff was out, No Limit. But speaking of that same year with Lauryn Hill, like, that thing, man. What y'all was like, we really gotta listen to what these people saying, man. Like, Jay Z said, listen, or do you skim through music or do you listen to it, Lord? Like Tupac said one time, he said, no, man, listen to what people actually saying, because it's really deep with what she was saying. Like, when on Lauryn Hill on that thing, well, do that's the song, man. She said, listen, girls, you like, you gotta watch out, like, because some guys is only about that thing, and vice versa. Like, guys, you gotta watch out, because some, like, some only women are about that thing, man. Like, they just want the sex. They're not really into, like, the steps, like the actual real relationship, the actually being the husband, actually being the wife, things of that nature, man. So that's what she was pretty much saying in the song, man. Like, you can't just be giving up having sex with anybody, man, because there's certain repercussions for that, man. So it's to say, why do I say this too? Because, like, the Most High, like, with his word, with his seed, with his word, he just don't give his word to anybody, man. He's on his, like, it's the same thing. That's why, like, so it's so key to protect your seed, not just having, like, going after your lust and having, like, no sex or anything, or just lusting after anything, man. Because, like, it's akin to, like, the Most High in your house, y'all, man. They just don't give their word to anybody. So it's the same thing, man. So I'm just using that as an example, man. I'm just using, like, your personal experience as that, man. So yeah, man, it's just like grass isn't always greener on the side. Because actually, this 24th, I'm actually about to grab this too. Because a lot of times too, I was talking about this with a coworker, with one of my supervisors months ago, man. Because a lot of times it says, listen, don't do this. Proverbs chapter 24 1. It says, be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. Yeah, man. Because a lot of times too, our people, like people just in general, they see these on like, can live comparatively on social media, see these celebrities, entertainers, things of that nature, have all these things, and a lot of times too, they in their world, a lot of times too, like compared to the average person, they're making millions and trillions, but in their world, things of that nature, man, they're just they're just getting by, man. Like most of these times, years ago, I remember it was a Tampa Bay Buccaneers player, man. He broke down an NFL check, man. It was really nothing, man. So he really wasn't. Now I'm not saying for every player, but for his situation, a lot of players, man, even in that sports world too, man, a lot of it is like, listen, man, that's just like not what you think it is, man. So like even in the entertainment world, a lot of these contracts and a lot of stuff, man, like it's not what you think it is, man. Grass isn't always greener on the other side, man. So that's is what it is, man. That's why Proverbs 30:8 says what it says: give me not little, but give me not much, that I forget the Most High house, and give me not little, at least I steal and blaspheme and profane his name, man. So that's just is what it is too, man. So that just goes into, like, it's all going to how the grass isn't greener on the other side for everything, man. Like, it's not, everything is not what it seems, man. Because a lot of times too, like a lot of these people, like, just going off what we just read, a lot of them, they had to work, like, regular jobs at one point. They was doing a lot of stuff like this. Shoot, I was just looking on, because I was trying to go to more concerts, more shows, things of that nature, man. Because some they just do it for love. Like I always think of in my mind, like KRS-One. I could tell he was just born to rap. Some people were just born to do what they're doing. But Mike Tyson was born to fight. Like no, I mean Mike Tyson just got with that whole Jake Paul fiasco. He just got a like big payoff probably, but I'm not sure Mike's financial situation. I'm not his count, but I'm thinking like he might need it, he might not need it, but I think Mike Tyson was just born to fight, things in nature. But like, people like KRS-One, like was just born to rap, they love doing it. Or Mike Tyson, like they're just born to fight, they just love doing it, man. Like some people, even Brady, like he's born to, you could tell he was born to do something, born to do that. But I was looking online, looking at tickets for like shows and things, and because I'm trying to go to more shows. When I got in the word, like I kind of stopped going, but now I just got like just recently, I'm trying to go to more things, because that was a hobby of mine before I came into word, and I was just trying to do more things, and it's what it is, depend on what it's not. Just saying against the scripture too much, but don't want to overdo it, pretty much per se. But I was looking at this and I saw Stevie Wonder still touring. I said to myself, why the hell is Stevie Wonder still touring? But like, one, it could be that he likes doing it, or one, two, a lot of times they need the money, man. It's not really what you think it is. They're barely getting by in their world. So that's why that Proverbs 24:1, like I said, be not envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. So yeah, man, that's just it is what it is, man. So yeah, man. Now it's calling them well, yeah, a lot of the time they are evil, but you know what I'm saying, just they're just in that world, and like they could be like sometimes some people they could be good people, but they're evil as the fact that they just don't believe things of that nature. But a lot of time people in that world, they're on the left hand side. We kind of know what they adhere to for the most part. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is too, man. Like, you know, a lot of times, like, you know, because I was reading First Samuel 8 things, and I just got finished reading that, like, you know, and what was we doing, man? We wanted the king, like, you know that, but that's why that Proverbs 3:31 says, "Envy not thy oppressor, choose not his ways," man, because we was worrying about during time Samuel, even till now, all the other nations got on, man. Instead of focusing on following the Most High Yahushua, and then notice this too, like, you know, like I think I made a video on this, and shout out to the brother Simbi's firstborn. Somebody in the class that said that one time. They said, listen, the people chose Saul. The Most High House chose David, man. So, like, you know, and the best king, the most beloved king ever, man. So let's go to 1 Samuel 18 and 16, man, for that too, man. Because that just goes to show you this. You follow the Most High House's will, man. Like, things go better. It's better off to doing their will, like that 1 John 2, which I'm about to get. Because why not do their will? Because their will lasts forever, man. So yeah, man. So let me grab this 1 Samuel 18 and 16, because, like, you know, because it was the most beloved king, like, you know, the Most High House I chose. So, but, you know, the worst king, you know, we ever had, well, one of the worst kings, if not one of the worst kings we ever had, um, the people chose. We chose that. So First Samuel chapter 18 and verse 16, he says, "But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came before them." So yeah, man. So yeah, he was like, you know, he wasn't like, you know, shoot, even like, shoot. Do you see why Hoshea was the son of David, man? Because, like, you know, he like, you know, Philippians 2, he made himself a servant. He wasn't above the people, man. David was the same way, man. Like, listen, he would when it came out before him. That's why certain kings, like, you know, because what doesn't Sirach said, "The greater thou art, the humble that should be." I'm trying to find that. Yeah, where's that at? You know, where's that at? The greater thou art, the more humble that should be. Yeah, because then how should I teach that? Okay, I want that. I want that. Where's that at? Where's that at? Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, here it is. Ecclesiastes on Sirach chapter 3 and verse 18. "The greater thou art, the more humble thyself. Thou shalt find favor before the Lord." Yeah, and that's what David did. That's what David and Yahushua did, of course, man. So we trying to see that favor of the Most High Yahushua, man. This is the greater thou art, the more humble you should be, man. Honestly, the more like this, where the saying comes from in the world, saying the more you know, you realize the more you don't know. Honestly, man, the more intelligent you get, the more, like, you know, you realize you don't know, man. So that's the thing is too, man. Like, you know, I kind of touched on that, being the smartest in the room, like, you know, you because two things can be true, because you can't be the smartest person in the room, most wise, intelligent, but just don't, like Jeremiah 9, just don't glory in it. Also too, because that's all of the Most High House. But also too, you can be that, but that's where the humility comes in. But also too, man, like that Sirach 5, you know, goes into, like, you know, like, even I was talking about that with my mom. Listen, if you are, man, you kind of doing something wrong as well, man. You should be surrounding yourself with people that's smarter than you, man. Like, you know, honestly, people, men that's more wiser than you, like, you know, anything that you're like people that's just more wiser than you, man. So that's another thing too, man. Like, that's why it says, listen, constantly be at his door, man. That, you know, the boy, where your foot on his doorstep, and man, a wise man, or even wise men sometimes, man. Like, you know, that's why even in The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, like the Brother Chronicles Judah putting it out, like, you know, in that documentary, he was surrounded by, like, during even his prime, during his, like, yeah, he was surrounded by older men. But even before I came in the word, man, like, you know, shoot, that's why I was at that last Sunday, or was the last Sunday? Yeah, I was at the Chess Eagles game football watching party, man. I learned a lot, not only just how to play chess, but a lot from those men that I played chess with, man, just in life. Like these older men, man, honestly, like surround yourself with. That's why it doesn't forsake the counsel of the wise, man. For counsel of the ancient, the wise. You should, even of course, in the word, how much more in the word, even if they out the word as well, too. So that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. Because, like, you know, but my point is being that, man, things is grass isn't always green on the other side, man. Because and two, man, let me say this too, because like a lot of times too with this, with me struggling with like with our faults and things that like I struggle with things that nature, like man, I'm trying to get accustomed to more towards not blaming Satan or blaming demons, man. Because like it's you at the end of the day. All Satan does is hold the mirror up to what you're doing and to what your lust and what you're doing. All he does is tell you that you look good, man. It's like the worst person to have around. Like misery loves company, or the smoky type. Like listen, or like Exet and Damien, man. Like listen, like oh he gets you at your lowest. Oh here, oh you want this? Go ahead, have that. Go ahead, that. But when you like get into it deep, like then when you confronted about it, it's like, oh wait, I didn't tell you to do that. Like like don't like so Smokey said Sprite. They said, man, I didn't. He said, I didn't make you smoke it like that. But you like you know what you was doing though. Like you tempted him when he was at his weakest. So that's the worst type of person. But also too, man. But you can't be blaming Satan and demons, man. Because a lot of times too, this is like it's yourself. Because it is too. It's akin to this. Because I know I had to stop doing this too. Because I noticed this when me working at school, especially last year, this year. Because like a lot of times now these I said to myself, which is kind of true. I believe they should, because honestly, in the morning, things that certain corner stores, they should ban certain foods, things of that nature. Y'all that live in certain neighborhoods, y'all know these certain, certain students, they have all these Takis and stuff like that, and these candies and sweets in the morning. That's why they be bouncing off the wall. And shoot, y'all brothers just might have children. Y'all might have struggled with that. I'm not sure. Y'all children might not, but y'all know other children. Y'all might have friends, family, and friends that do it. That's why they be like a lot of times they're bouncing off the wall. These Takis, these sugar, all this stuff that like that's in these foods, things of that nature, or sometimes it's dopamine, things of that nature. But I said to myself, it was one student that like that I work at the school with now. I was like, I looked at, I was like, wait. I was like, sweetie, you eat Takis? She said, yeah, but from her conduct though, you wouldn't think she does. But so my point is being that because like I just said earlier, two things could be true, because I do still hold that stance, but and that's it's a reason why, like it's a reason why that these students are acting the way they're acting, our youth is acting the way they're acting, because these foods and what they're eating, the dopamine on phones, iPhone, things of that nature. But still, at the end of the day, it's still their behavior. Because like the student I have, like you wouldn't even know that I didn't even know she ate them. She said yes, and she was laughing, smiling. I was like, oh my god, sweetie, you, because like she's a total opposite, mature. I think she wants to be a teacher when she grows up. Like she's like she's very intelligent. She got student of the month. She does her she's very mature. She handles her business, like not a behavior problem. But that's just akin to like like what I just said about blaming Satan, blaming demons. Because at the end of the day, it's on you. Like, will they play a factor? Yeah, can they all they do contempt? But at the end of the day, it's like those horror movies. Like man, it's like the Satan and the Satan, those evil spirits or demons. They only give they only give you only have much power as much as you give them, man. So it's like and like the Most High House tried to command and demand of perfection, man. So now I gotta get better, man. So even y'all brothers and sisters we gotta get better, man. As all of us as collective, I'm saying me, starting with me, man. But it's all tied to grasses and greener, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that out, man, because I and even like going back to the point I just made about that. Let's get to the second address real quick, because I touched on this the last time. And the since I talked about Proverbs 3:31 and the 1 Samuel 8, yeah, man, because let's grab the second address. This is apocrypha with the good news translation with the apocrypha in it. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Let's get this second address, chapter 3 and verse 28 in the Good News translation. It said, I said to myself, perhaps Babylon has been allowed to conquer Jerusalem because the people who live there are better than we are. But when I got to Babylon, I saw more sins than I could count. And now for 30 years I have seen many sinners here. So I was perplexed. So yeah, man. So yeah, that's the thing is too, man. It's like, exactly, man. That goes into like the grass isn't greener on the other side. Always the grass isn't greener on the other side, man. Like things ain't always what it seems. Because listen, Ezra's had it too. That's how I can relate to this. Because I went through this, man. Because I even like before the war, even in the war, I'm like, man, listen, these other nations think that nature, but they must be like, no, they just as wicked, man. Working in corporate America before that, man. Like shoot, I seen it, man. Like working Esau and these other nations, how they get down and shoot. Even that's why I like even said, listen, if you want to travel the world or move somewhere else, hey, listen, that's fine too. Shoot, I might do that one time or I might just go, but realize there's sinners over there as well. Like they might not be doing what in Esau's kingdom or here in America or things of that nature, but over here, but shoot, they got all idolatry over there. You see these Arabs and Ishmael, like they walk over the cobblestone, like they walk and worship over the damn vagina, walk over the cobblestone. Shoot, I was actually at one of the pizza shops, actually one of the halal spots I go to. They be having that on TV. I was looking at it like, God damn, this shit is wicked. But also too, they even over Africa, man, like where, all the stuff they be doing, like even over shoot, just centers everywhere. But because a lot of times with our people who do that, man, we think like okay, how much like but that's honestly too like but I focus on like myself and other brothers that I watch, I know we focus on our people because that's our main concern. But also too, like because that's where judgment's gonna start. So that's why I like I focus on it most time too. But yeah, man. But all these other nations and things like that, they got stuff going on too. So let's don't like. I was talking about my dad last week. The Most High in house, they come and see everybody. That Jeremiah 25, the circumcised and uncircumcised, like circumcised in heart and uncircumcised in heart, spiritually. All these nations, they go. It's about the righteous and wicked at the end of the day. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. So like, because a lot of times our people, whether in the work, out the work, can do that. It's like, no, man, listen, these people just got problems. Like they got stuff. They dealing with the same things that we dealing with as well, just in a different way, or more, because we just do it on a more overt level, and like because we're extravagant people. Like we know, like we like to. We're more overt with things, but they got other stuff going on too. So, but yeah, man. But that my point is being like this. The point is being that the grass isn't always green on the other side, man. Like a lot of things things aren't what they always seem, man. Man, it wasn't that the oh god, I shouldn't even be making this reference, but it popped in my mind. I think was that remember the Sabrina and the Teenage Witch, things of that nature. That wasn't that part of the theme song. Things ain't always what they seem. I forgot. It just came in my head, like when I keep saying it, man. But anyway, not dealing with no damn witches, things in nature, because that's crazy. Because that damn Wicked movie, yeah, that's actually perfect. Yeah, because going to that, yeah, because other places stuff that they wicked as hell too. So because they keep playing a trailer for the new Wizard of Oz movie, things of that nature. But yeah, that's perfect, man, because they wicked as hell too. So all these other. About the righteous and wicked at the end of the day. But yeah, man, the grass isn't always greener on the side. Things isn't always what they seem, man. Because yeah, that's what I was gonna say too before I forgot the point. Because yeah, it's a lot of because things are a lot of misconceptions on things. These things in general, man. Because a lot of times when people think that like myself or like even people with children, like they don't financially go through it. That's a misconception too, man. Like a lot of times people, or like I always say too, that okay, I gotta okay, you're gonna have to wait for a minute, but or like yeah, too, because you have children, like then now will you be a little bit better financially off? Yeah, but of course you're gonna go through as well. Shoot, things getting tough out here, but also too like people think that like like I always say, shout out to brother send me first one, like man, because somebody's a man, like they had the mental they have their faith is strong, or they're mentally strong, or like their spirit strong, they mentally and they have a lot of faith, or like that. But that's something that has to be built up, because Yahushua himself said it, man. Like Christ himself said is, listen, man, strengthen your brother, man. Be like Jude said, be built up in the faith. Even when if you're in the world, out the world, man have to be built up, man. Things and it's just some men have it. They just have it. They just had this faith and like mental strengths. Others don't. Others need to get built up, man. But but that's why the Most High Yahshua gives each person their measure, man. That's men and women as well. But I'm saying men because things in nature. Because a lot of times too, people think this men are just natural. Like man is just naturally mentally strong. That's not the case, man. That's not. So the bed goes into the grass is on green, and things aren't always what they seem, man. But hopefully the Most High Yahshua blesses y'all day, man. Yes, hopefully it's edifying. So peace.